Let's talk about Carm's prospect of
All
the
right.
day. Who you got today?
So let's look at the defense. Let's look at another guy who can impact the defense. And he's a little bit undersized, but he's very physical and quick and twitchy. And we're talking about Jared Verse, who's got a great path to the NFL. I really respect guys that weren't necessarily the 5-star recruit. In the case of Jared Verse, he was a 0-star recruit. Literally nobody wanted him. And he ended up at Albany, which is a school that I'm pretty sure no one's ever heard of. But he exploded there. His work ethic took off. He got way stronger, lived in the weight room, did it like 365 days in a row, got strong again, put on weight, added onto his speed, and dominated at Albany. First of all, by the way, this guy was a Pennsylvania track champion in the 4x400 relays. Then he ends up at Albany. Then he transfers to Florida State, where he plays 2 more years. He had a redshirt year, 2 at Albany, 2 at Florida State. And what a lot of teams, and what's interesting with the Bears, literally for anyone, but he plays both up and down, hand in the dirt, straight up. He can do anything, so he's going to fit into any defense. And yes, big-time athlete as I'm teeing up, which is number 4 on the list. He made Bruce Feldman's 2020 Freaks list at number 26. I was 27. He was 26. That's impressive. And defensive coordinator for FSU called him this is the best defensive lineman I've ever coached. So he could have come out last year and been a first-round pick, but he stayed to hone his game, which I don't know how much it actually helped his draft stock, Hoge, because I think it was more so that he just wanted to be more NFL ready when he came in. How much higher up he's going to go this year than last year, I don't know the answer to that. But this is a guy that just wanted to get better before he came into the league. Interesting dude. He's going to be a first-class fit in that locker room. A lot of things to like about Jared Verse.
Yeah, I like him a lot. He's number 10 on our Bears 100 right now, which right on that edge of number 9, right? Like maybe you're reaching just a touch if he's there at 9, but maybe you trade back. He's still available, but he's right there, kind of where we think that first defensive player might go in the draft. But I like Jared Verse. I think he's a better schematic fit than Dallas Turner. I don't know that he has as much upside as Dallas Turner, but there is a lot to like about Jared Verse. His tape is a lot of fun to watch. Straight bully, in my opinion, in a good way on the field. He's not afraid to go right through offensive tackles. That speed to power rush. A couple times on tape, not saying this is who I'm comparing him to, but a couple times you watch that speed to power rush and you're going, I remember guy that wore 52 that did that at the NFL level for the Chicago Bears. Just reminiscing a little bit there. And so you'll see him often just straight up push an offensive tackle, like straight back into the quarterback as he's rushing. Also solid against the run. So if you're talking about, he's not as big as Montez Sweat, but similar type of player, strong against the run, strong against the pass. The motor runs hot the same way that Montez Sweat, just going every single play. If there is a negative, and the reason why he's not going, number 1 overall like Myles Garrett did, that bend around the edge isn't quite to that level. He's not going to necessarily just beat you around the edge with his speed. So that is the knock on him a little bit, but he's got versatility to stand up if you're asking him to, drop back in coverage, kick inside maybe as a changeup. So I think he'd be a great fit for what the Bears want to do on their defense.
Well, and so you're talking about the bull rush part of it. He did that for the first time at Albany, where he's going up against a 335-pound guy. And he didn't, at least what I was reading up on, he didn't realize that he had the strength to do it yet as he's building his frame. And then all of a sudden, okay, let me just try to run through this dude who's 60, 70, 80 pounds heavier than me. And he knocks him straight back into the quarterback. And so he realized, like, whoa, I have capabilities now that I didn't have, a year ago. And I just think his confidence started to skyrocket. But it's not just that he's strong, he's quick too. So it's just, I'm seeing in the comments, like he feels a little bit tall at 9. And maybe so. So, do the Bears look to add draft picks on? Are they interested in Jared Verse maybe a little bit further back? Who knows? But if they are going to go defense, this is definitely a guy that you would be looking strong at.
We all silly like the mayor.